Today I want to speak to the part of you that's been quietly aching. The part of you that's been silently crying for help while the world only sees you holding it all together. On the outside, you do what's expected. You wake up, go through the motions, wear the right smiles, and keep moving forward. But deep inside, you've sensed it. Something hasn't felt right for a long time. There's a weight you can't name, a pressure that lingers like a shadow, following you from room to room, clinging to every decision, every relationship, every dream. You've tried to shake it off, brushing it aside as stress, exhaustion, or just another part of being human. You've told yourself it's temporary, a season that will pass. But deep within, your soul has always known the truth. That still, small voice has been whispering, hoping that someone would notice the invisible chains wrapped around your heart, the ones you've learned to carry for so long you almost forgot they were there. The reality is you've been living with chains you were never meant to wear. Chains of fear, chains of guilt, chains of shame. Some of them were handed to you, passed down like an unseen inheritance from those who came before you, while others were forged by words spoken over you, by rejection that made you question your worth, by wounds you never deserved but still had to bear. You've tried to cover those wounds with accomplishments, distractions, even acts of service. But I, your God, have seen every one of them. I saw the moment the first chain was wrapped around your heart. I saw the pain in your eyes the day hope slipped through your fingers. I watched you press on, carrying burdens I never asked you to, bear, trying to prove your strength when all I wanted was your surrender. I know the questions you've whispered in the dark. Why the breakthrough hasn't come, why you feel stuck, why the same battles seem to circle back again and again. I've heard every word, and now I answer. Not with thunder from the heavens or with signs written across the sky, but with these quiet, living words, spoken straight to your spirit. Today is the day the chains begin to fall. Not by your striving, not because you figured it all out or earned your way to freedom, but simply because I've declared it. There comes a moment in every story when heaven speaks and says, "Enough." A moment when I, your Father, rise and say, "This one is mine and it's time." That moment is now. These chains, the ones few can see but you felt tightening every time you believed another lie. I've seen them. I've watched the way your heart has learned to shrink back, the way your spirit braces for disappointment, the way you've doubted your worth. I have wept with you, not because you're weak, but because you've been wounded. You've worn the weight of these chains for so long that you've forgotten how light freedom feels. But I haven't forgotten. I still remember the real you, the version I created before fear ever touched your heart, the joy I placed in your spirit before the world taught you to be afraid, the trust, the light. And I've never stopped wanting to restore it all. I haven't given up on you, even if you've stumbled more times than you can count. Even if you've questioned whether freedom was ever meant for someone like you, I am here to tell you not only is it possible, it's promised. What you thought disqualified you has only positioned you for the miracle I'm preparing. The enemy thought he was burying you, but I've been shaping you. While the world overlooked your battles, I was planning your release. While you felt forgotten, I was drawing closer. My love for you has never wavered. It doesn't falter when you fail. It doesn't retreat when you doubt. It doesn't grow distant when you stumble. My love stays. It surrounds. It fights for you. And today, that love is about to do what your strength could not. It's about to break the chains, the ones born from your past, the ones wrapped in fear, the ones forged by those who couldn't love you the way you deserved. Chains you never asked for but still learned to carry. I've seen them all, and still I say, you are free. Not someday, not if or when. Now, even as you sit here reading these words, something is beginning to shift in the unseen. The grip that held you so tightly is weakening. The lies that muted your voice are cracking. The heaviness that wore you down is lifting. I know the layers run deep, but I am deeper still. I am strong enough to break them all. This isn't about you fixing yourself. It's not about earning your freedom. It begins with one small, honest response. Yes, Lord, I receive this. You don't need perfect words or perfect faith. I only ask for your yes, because that's enough for me to work with. It always has been. I see the real you, the one hidden behind the mask, the one buried beneath survival mode. And that's the you I love, the one I've been waiting for, the one I call mine. Even now, as your eyes pass over these words, the chains around you can feel it. They sense their time is running out. They know the truth is finally breaking through. That quiet stirring deep in your chest isn't just a passing moment. It's me, calling you back to life, calling you out of mere survival and into true freedom, not because you've earned it, but because you are deeply loved. This is where it begins. Right here, right now, the moment everything shifts. So say it, whisper it, cry it out, let it rise, up and believe and comment it. Yes, Lord, I want to be free. And the chains will begin to fall. The same Jesus who conquered death now lives within you. And nothing rattles the enemy more than when you stop striving to prove yourself and finally choose to abide. He fears the day you fully embrace the truth, that you are loved without conditions, chosen without earning it, and free beyond exception. Because a child rooted in that kind of truth walks in unshakable power. That kind of child can't be controlled by fear or weighed down by shame. That kind of child becomes a liberator, a breaker of chains, a carrier of freedom. And beloved, that's exactly who you were always meant to be. But the enemy knows something. If he can convince you to believe you're still imprisoned, even after I've already declared you free, he can keep you living as though the prison door was still locked. He knows that if he can flood your heart with guilt, self-doubt, and a false sense of unworthiness, you'll stop reaching out for me. You'll retreat. You'll punish yourself, shut down your own heart, and eventually accept the chains as if they belong. But I never designed you to carry those chains. I designed you to carry my glory. Right now, the process you're walking through, the shaking, the stirring, the stretching, isn't confusion, it's revelation. I'm removing the veil so you can finally see clearly. Many of the battles you've faced have had less to do with outside circumstances and far more to do with the spiritual resistance around you. The delays you've experienced weren't always about poor timing. Many times they were the result of warfare, battles fought in unseen places. The breakdowns in your relationships weren't always simple misunderstandings. Often they were the work of old wounds the enemy exploited, trying to divide what I've long intended to heal. The exhaustion that's been weighing you down wasn't just because you've been too busy. It was the spiritual fatigue of carrying lies for far too long. Now I want you to see yourself through my eyes. I do not measure you by the battles you fought. I see the struggle, yes, but more importantly, I see your heart. I've seen you hold on to hope even when the pain felt overwhelming. I've watched you keep reaching for me, even when you thought I was silent. I've seen the countless times you've almost given up, but something inside, something I placed there, kept whispering, "Hold on, Just a little longer, that whisper was me. I've been there through every shadowed valley, especially in the moments when you thought you were alone. Now it's time to name the lies that have been hidden away. Lies only have power as long as they stay unspoken, tucked away in the dark. But once my truth shines on them, their grip begins to break. So hear me now. You are not a failure. You are not broken beyond repair. You have not been forgotten, and you are not disqualified. You are not too late, and you are certainly not the sum of your mistakes. You are mine, chosen, called, covered, becoming, loved beyond what your mind can fully grasp. The healing you've been longing for starts in your mind. I am uprooting every lie, like pulling out dead roots from soil and planting seeds of truth, identity, and belonging. You are not losing your mind. You are being cleansed. Healing often feels like things are getting worse before they get better. But trust me, the pain you're feeling isn't punishment. It's the unraveling of everything that was never meant to stay. Your breakthrough has already begun, even if you can't fully see it yet. Like the slow rising of the sun at dawn, my light is gently reaching into places you believed were lost, forever. Let it in. Let it illuminate the memories, the patterns, the old defenses. Let my light touch everything, because where my presence is, no darkness can remain. I haven't led you this far just to leave you here. Every tear you've cried, every moment of quiet desperation, every time you whispered my name in the dark, I've held each one close, weaving them into a redemptive masterpiece more intricate and breathtaking than you can imagine. I'm letting you feel the first hints of what's coming, like a breeze that stirs the air before the rain arrives. I am breathing life back into the dry bones of your past. The chains you've carried were never part of your inheritance, and I will not allow you to continue living as though they belong to you. You were created for freedom, not the fleeting kind the world offers, but a deep, unshakable freedom that radiates from my spirit and anchors you with peace that no storm can steal. I'm releasing that over you even now, whether you can feel it fully or not. My promises do not hinge on your emotions. They stand firm because of my unchanging nature. I am faithful, I am good, I am a deliverer, and I finish what I start. The shift you've been sensing, even if you can't explain it, is real. The reason old distractions no longer satisfy you, the reason your heart aches for quiet moments and genuine connection, the reason certain relationships are fading away, it's all evidence that your spirit is responding to my call. The veil is lifting, and as it does, you'll hear me more clearly. You'll start seeing signs and wonders you once thought were impossible. Pay attention to the seemingly small things, the conversations that carry unexpected grace, the growing hunger for truth, the quiet longing for my presence. These are signs that chains are already breaking, and you are stepping into who you were always meant to be. This is more than just about you. Your freedom is connected to others, and as you rise, you'll help others rise too. I am reawakening the dreams I planted in your spirit before the world told you they were too big, too bold, too impossible. Those dreams aren't dead. They were simply resting. And now I am calling them to life. So believe me when I tell you, this moment is sacred. Right now, chains are breaking, and the real you, the one I've always known, is beginning to emerge. Not the version shaped by past wounds or hardened by survival, but the one I designed from the very start. You were created to walk in peace, to stand in boldness, and to live in freedom. And this, beloved, is only the beginning. As you learn to walk by faith, your heart will begin to catch up. Trust doesn't grow in the comfort of perfection. It grows in the movement, in the choosing, in the stepping forward, even when the path feels unclear. And as you do, I will be right there, faithful and constant, weaving signs of my presence into your everyday. I'll send words, people, and moments that will find you like they were written just for you, arriving exactly when your soul needs them most. I'll light the way ahead, but only one step at a time. You don't need to see the whole picture. You don't have to plan it all out. You only need to listen for the next quiet whisper, and I'll take care of the rest. And when you stumble, because you will, we all do, don't let the fall convince you to spiral downward. Don't let shame chain you in place. Get up as quickly as you can and come back to me. My grace isn't running out after your third mistake or your fifth or your 50th. I didn't choose you because you had it all figured out. I chose you because you are mine, and I've never stopped loving you, lifting you, cleansing you, teaching you, and healing you. That's what a good father does. So I'm inviting you to start living this new way, practicing this new rhythm. Wake up tomorrow and ask me to lead your thoughts. Invite me to help you see through the lens of heaven. Before you speak, pause and ask what I am saying. Before you act, ask whether it reflects my love. This is how chains are broken, not by striving harder but by staying close to me. I am not just your rescuer. I am your companion, your teacher, your strength. You never walk alone. And as you live from this place and this place of daily closeness, you'll begin to notice something remarkable. The things that once felt impossible will begin to feel natural. The fears that once paralyzed you will turn into opportunities for courage. The burdens that once crushed you will become chapters in your testimony. You are not the same person you were yesterday, and tomorrow, you'll be freer still. I know you've spent a long time believing that you were too broken, too far behind, too disqualified. I know you've seen yourself through the lens of your past, your failures, your silence, and your wounds. You've settled for less than you were created for, not because you didn't long for more, but because some part of you wondered if you even deserved it. That ends now. Today, I lift your chin. I ask you to see yourself differently, not through the eyes of fear or guilt, but through my eyes, which have seen your beginning and your becoming, my eyes which have never been surprised by your struggle, but have always been devoted to your restoration. You are not what the world labeled you. You are not the sum of your trauma or the outcome of your survival. You are not the mistakes you've made or the lowest moments of your story. You are mine. Not symbolically, not metaphorically, literally mine. Before your body ever existed, I breathed life into your spirit. I knew your name. I knew your face. I saw every chapter of your story before you took your first breath, and through every moment, every valley, every victory, I have loved you fully. I never needed you to be a shinier, more polished version of yourself. I've loved you exactly as you are, every step of the way. It grieves me when you hide, when you shrink back, when you question your worth. I paid too high a price for you to live wrapped in shame. I didn't stretch out my arms on a cross so that you'd spend your life shackled by invisible chains. I did it so you'd know freedom. I did it so you'd know where you belong. I did it so you could look into the mirror and not see brokenness, but beauty. Not ask, "Who am I?" in confusion, but declare, with confidence, I am a child of God. You might not feel it yet, and that's okay. Feelings will follow faith. Right now, I'm restoring something deeper than emotion. I am restoring truth. The truth that you are valuable, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. You are not just another face in the crowd. My fingerprints are all over you. You carry my nature. You were made to walk in authority, not to dominate but to heal, not to control but to love, not to impress but to shine. You've walked through storms that many did not survive, and still you stand, reading these words, breathing in this moment. That isn't weakness. That's strength. That's resilience. That's proof I've preserved you for a purpose far bigger than you've yet imagined. You thought your story was small, but I'm revealing to you now. Your life echoes beyond what you can see. Your healing will ripple through generations. Your yes will unlock doors for others. Your freedom isn't just a gift. It's a weapon against darkness. So begin to walk like you know who you are. Not with arrogance, but with holy confidence. The kind that says, even when I'm not enough, God is. You don't need to perform to be loved. You don't need to hide to be accepted. I am rewriting the story that plays in your heart. No longer will you live under the labels others have stuck on you. No longer will you agree with the enemy's twisted version of your life. From this moment forward, you will live as someone marked by heaven. You are anointed, not because you've done everything right, but because I've chosen you. You are covered, not because you've earned it, but because you belong to me. You are capable, not because you've never fallen, but because I will always help you rise again. You have been called for such a time as this. Not a future version of you, but you as you are, right now. With your scars, your softness, your questions, your story. I will use all of it. I will redeem all of it. Even now, as you read these words, I am healing wounds you didn't know were still there. I am breathing life into places inside you that have long felt numb. You are not empty. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are right where you need to be, the place where heaven meets earth. I am filling you again. You don't need to strive. You don't need to earn your place here. My love has always been yours. You belong. You always have. There are chains that have lingered in your family for generations, patterns of fear, cycles of lack, silence, addiction, isolation. But they are breaking now, and they're breaking with you. You aren't just stepping into freedom for your own life. You are becoming the pathway, the open door, the living proof that it ends here. What stops with you will not touch the generations that come after. The shift will begin quietly inside you. You'll notice it first as a deep, steady confidence. Not the fragile kind built on appearance or achievements, but a calm strength born from knowing you are held, safe and loved. Your thoughts will feel lighter. The constant mental noise that once weighed you down will soften. Clarity will begin to bloom where confusion used to live. Ideas will come to you effortlessly, courage will rise without warning, and a peace that makes no logical sense will start to settle into your life. This isn't wishful thinking. It's the real living presence of my spirit at work within you, renewing you from the inside out. And yes, as I work within, you'll start to see changes around you too. Things that were hidden will come into the light, not to harm you, but to protect you. I'm revealing what cannot follow you into the next season of your life. Some relationships, some attachments will fade away, but don't fear the loss. I prune only to make room for new growth. I am not subtracting from your life to punish you. I am making space for abundance. You may not understand the doors that close, but you'll thank me later. because I only allow what will shape and strengthen your calling. Trust me with what ends, because I am the God of new beginnings. In the days ahead, watch for confirmations. They'll seem like coincidences to others. A phrase you've been thinking of repeated 3 times. A stranger speaking the very words you've prayed in silence. A door opening without you ever knocking. These are not random. These are my fingerprints marking your path. Where you once felt unseen, I will make you visible. Where you once felt overlooked, I will honor you. Not with shallow applause or fleeting recognition, but with lasting peace, divine alignment, and perfect placement. You won't need to force yourself to fit anymore. You will finally stand secure in what I've created you to be. I speak this over your emotions too. Stability is coming. The storm inside your heart is settling. Your emotions will no longer be a battlefield. You will laugh again, not because the pain is gone, but because the joy is real. You will love again, not from emptiness or desperation, but from a place of overflow. You will rest, not because life is perfect, but because my presence has taken its rightful place at the center of your heart. This isn't temporary relief. This is a new way of living, the kind of freedom that holds steady when storms come because it is rooted in me, not in fleeting circumstances. Believe me when I tell you, you are stepping into a new chapter. The page has turned. You've known the ache of waiting. You've felt the discipline of the hidden seasons. But now, you will taste the fruit of your obedience. You will reap the harvest of the tears you've sown. You will walk into rooms you only dreamed about before, and you will do it with humility and wonder. The scars you carry will shine, not as wounds but as stories of grace. Those who once overlooked you will notice, but you won't crave their validation anymore. Your eyes will be too fixed on what I am building with you. The old version of yourself no longer fits the future I've prepared. Your thinking is expanding, your spirit is awakening, your language is shifting, your sense of purpose is being refined. This is what happens when chains break, not just release, but rebirth. Not just relief, but revelation. So begin now to expect miracles. Make room for them in your daily life. Thank me before you see them. Prepare your heart for blessings beyond what you've dared to ask. The more you believe, the more you will receive. This is not hype, and it's not fantasy. This is what I do when a heart says yes. You've been drawn here not by coincidence, but by my spirit gently guiding you. Even now, I am closer than your next breath. I am not far away, waiting for you to reach me. I am here, waiting for you to recognize me. Let your breath be more than oxygen. Let it be surrender. Let it be invitation. You don't have to chase me. I have already found you. I'm the quiet in the middle of your chaos, the warmth that spreads when you feel seen, the unexpected peace that anchors you when logic says it shouldn't. I am the tears that fall when your heart finally softens. I am the still small voice whispering, "You are safe now. You can let go." I'm not here to fix you like an object. I am here to love you back to life, to sit with you until you remember who you are. I wash over you like rain, not to erase you, but to reveal the beauty hidden beneath the burdens you were never meant to carry. This is how transformation begins, not through striving, but through surrender. Not by pretending to be strong, but by allowing yourself to be loved. As you stay close, you will begin to see the world differently. You'll speak with kindness, walk with confidence, and forgive with ease. Your heart will grow soft, not hard. Your spirit will become steady, not restless. You'll no longer live for approval, but from a place of security. This is the life I offer, not a life of performance, but of partnership. I will guide you, comfort you, walk beside you. My wisdom is yours. My peace is yours. My love is unshakable. Let this be the start of everything new, because this isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of the chapter where everything starts to make sense.